So, lads, today we're going to be talking about the ESPN mock draft, and it is one of the most hilarious mock drafts I have ever seen. Genuinely, this is like, if you guys don't remember, last year, I need to see if I can find a video where ESPN, I can guarantee you, whoever wrote this is AI. I'm convinced this is, as you can see here, 10 months ago, reacting to the worst WNBA mock draft from ESPN. And I was like, it's like they got it all wrong. Because coming into the draft last year, they just started saying random things. Like, they basically just said, this is what Bueckers got. And I can't remember what. They said something stupid. It was like, Jacite. They mixed up Jacite and Sivka. They just mixed them up. And they just listed a bunch of things, but they got a lot of things wrong. Oh, sorry, Sanaya Rivers as well. They said Sanaya Rivers was a really good offensive player who couldn't play defense. Like, I'm not joking with that. Like, Aisha Sivka, okay, so they got Sivka right. But there was a bunch of ones that basically just listed the stats and they got a load of things wrong. But that's basically what this is. And some of the picks are hilarious. So, first of all, let's take a look here. AZ Foot to Dallas Wings. I think it just depends on free agency, to be honest. I think when it's all said and done, it really depends on free agency. I think when it comes down to it, if it depends on whether or not the Wings are going for the dub, as in they're going to try compete next year, or whether they're going to rebuild for one more year and try maybe get loaded up with Juju and become a super team. Like, if the Wings win 15 games next year and go 15-30, which, like, if they go and do that, they are realistically have the best odds of getting Juju Watkins or Madison Booker or somebody big in that 2027 draft. And if that happens, it's a really tough one. Like, it's a really tough team to beat. But if they sign bigs and they're going for it now, AZ Foot makes sense. Look, you just know AZ Foot is AZ Foot is going to be a 10-year starter, 3-time All-Star. Like, you know that's going to be there. AZ Foot on a bad season averages 11 points a game. On a good season averages 15 points a game. Like, you just know that's going to be AZ Foot. And for everyone being like, oh no, look, she's averaging 17 points, she'll average that in the W. And I'm like, no, she won't. AZ Foot, literally, this is the first time in her career she's averaged over 14 points a game. This is also the first season since her senior year of high school she hasn't been injured. She's in year 5 of college. I still think it's not really a risk taker, number one. She's a safer pick, but it makes sense. Awafam, we will know whether or not Awafam goes number 1 on March the 17th. USA are playing against Spain. If Awafam, and I don't think Awafam needs to dominate, if Awafam scores 10 points and looks competent against Aaliyah Boston and Kiki Iriafen, because of the age she is at 19 years old, she will be drafted number 1. That game, it doesn't matter what AZ Foot does in March Madness. Number 1 will be decided on March the 17th. But obviously, she's a reliable defense player. I don't know how good she's going to be as a defensive player in the W, but plus UConn pedigree goes a long way. Yeah, so basically UConn tax. ESPN as good as said, yeah, you know what, UConn tax. So, averaging 9 rebounds with a ton of potential. What better coach to work with in Cheryl Reeve? Despite playing professionally overseas, she's a learning curve in W. It's uncertain when Fee Collier, who had ankle surgery, will be back. So this is the stage where it's like, okay, yeah, they're actually describing players. Here, obviously, she could have gone to WNBA for Olivia Miles. I think Olivia Miles, there's no way chance Olivia Miles goes number 1, but Olivia Miles might go number 2. Genuinely. She might go number 2 just purely because she is the best offensive player in this draft by a lot. By a lot. Like, she is not Caitlin Clark level. The best point guard. She's the best. If you consider Sabrina Ionescu to be... If you don't consider Sabrina to be a point guard, she's probably the best offensive point guard that has been drafted since what? Chelsea Gray in 2011? Or was she 2014? Like, that's how long back you're going. And she had 40 with 10 threes. But Lauren Betts 4. In fairness, she's actually playing a lot better. UCLA are killing it right now. I just don't... If she's not dominant in the WNBA, she's a negative. It just needs to see what happens there. Because if she's able to dominate in the W, yeah, she's worth top 4 pick. But like, there's no... She's either going to be dominant or she's Tiara McCown. And I don't know how... I don't hate her on the Mystics. They need some size. But like, if they keep Shakira Austin, which they very well might, you're then sitting there with her coming off the bench no matter what as a rookie. I don't know. If I was them, I would go and look to... I'd probably take Flau'jae. Here. Or maybe, look, if you are dead set on, look, we're not ready yet. We might be ready in a couple of years. Nell Angloma, 4 might be a shout. Flau'jae Johnson at 5. Oh, I don't know about that one. 5 points per game last year. LSU aren't spectacular. Can't drive left whatsoever. It is what it is. Cody McMahon at 6. I'm sorry, what? Like, again, I don't think Cody McMahon's a bad player. I think Ole Miss are okay. I think they're okay. But I'm like, if you're taking a 6 foot tall 4 at 6, you better be confident. And I don't know. Nell Angloma. If I'm an expansion franchise, I don't take Nell Angloma. I don't take her. I mean this when I say this. Nell Angloma is literally the highest upside wing in this draft. But look, read this. After 6. Angloma, who plays for BMLA in France, currently is having a very good season, averaging 16 points, rebounds, assists. She doesn't turn 20 until June and likely can play small forward or shooting guard spots. What do we know about her? You've said 6, and why is she 6? Because she can play 2 positions. Like, you've just basically said these are the positions she plays. This is like, she's not like, whoever wrote this has no idea. Anything about Nell Angloma. Golden State Valkyries, Iana Martin. And this is another one. She was 20 last month. She plays for Spain. This is what her averages are. In 2023, she did this. Like, what is there about her? She's a 5'8" point guard. Okay, can she shoot? Can she pass? Is she turnover prone? Can she defend? Nothing. No. Here's her stats. Here's who she plays for. We're going to put her 8. Why? Because I don't know. Gianna Niebken's 9. At least somewhat here. But basically, she plays for UCLA. She shoots threes. She played for Utah last year. And she's got more talent. Like, can she defend? I don't know. Can she shoot off the move? Is like, this is meant to be some sort of a scout report or reason. There's no logic. She can shoot, I guess. Super senior. She's in fact a super senior. But this is the dumbest one. Why? When Kiki Rice, by the way, Kiki Rice is not making it past 7. She's not going in the lottery. Kiki Rice was a player who was projected to go top 2 in this draft a year ago, or 18 months ago. And not only that, Kiki Rice has played really well this year. Kiki Rice has been the best player on UCLA, in my opinion. But like, oh God. There could not be a worse fit for what the Fever want to do, whether that be Caitlin Ball or Stephanie White Motion. There's not a worse fit for either of those than Okot. Like, I like it. I don't think Okot's bad, but like, it's a terrible fit. It is a terrible fit. She didn't start playing basketball till her mid-teens. She played for last year. She went to South Carolina. She could get another year of eligibility. She has big potential. These are what her averages are. What does she do? Is she fast? Can she shoot? What does she do? I'll tell you what, for the Fever, she's going to warm that bench. She's going to warm that bench if she goes to Indiana. Means Indy do not need. They don't need her. They don't need her. She doesn't play fast. She doesn't run hard enough to play fast like Caitlin wants to, and she can't shoot. Like, she can't really handle. Like, she's good. I think go play another year in college. BLA first round pick. And the funniest part is that somehow Ashlyn Jackson is ahead of Kiki Rice and Gabriella Jaquez. Both Kiki Rice and Gabriella Jaquez are still on the board here. And apparently the Mystics, who, by the way, I understand they have Georgia Amor. But like Kiki Rice is better than Georgia Amor. Kiki Rice can play the two, but like she can also be like a combo guard. We've seen her playing with Ledger Walker. That being said, Ashlyn Jackson, look at this absolutely incredible information here. Jackson's been a stalwart for Duke's strong defense. She is a good 3-point shooter. She's made 212 threes for Duke, 50 this season. She's also averaging a career best assist as a senior. Some riveting breakdown. Let's shout out to Kiki Rice and shout out to this journalist for telling us what Kiki Rice's stats are. Kiki Rice going 12 is nuts. And Tanaya Latson is not falling to 13. Like, she's not falling to 13. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. Like, Tanaya Latson, no. She's just not falling to 13. Like, she could absolutely fall out of the lottery. She is not falling to 13. There is no way in hell the Connecticut Sun... By the way, there's no way Kiki Rice falls there. There is no way in hell the Washington Mystics pass up on her. There's just no way. Marta Suarez at 14 to the Seattle Storm. Cool. I mean, cool. Super senior. Bit of a risk. Gabriella Jaquez is not. I understand. But like, this is the funniest thing here. Is that there could actually be some sort of analysis why you have Jaquez at 15. Being like Jaquez was projected higher. Was seen as a lot or a close to lottery player at the start of the season when she was shooting nearly 50% from three, and since going into Big Ten play, her 3-point shot has come back down to earth, shooting sub 30% in Big Ten play, and what her stats look good on the season. It'll be interesting to see how she gets on in the tournament. You could write something like that. That's just off the top of my head. So I don't even hate Jaquez at 15. Because Jaquez has gone back to her not very good shooting in Big Ten play, but you just listed her stats. Like, you just list. This is like, outside of Latson, how many players' descriptions is just listing their stats? 1, 2. At least I said Latson is suffering an injury, but 3. 3 of 4 for Rice, 4 of 5 for Jackson. I don't know if I want players that we know. I don't know anything about any of these players. I don't know anything other, like, literally AZ Fudd. I know about AZ Fudd and Olivia Miles and Awafam. That's about it. And all I know is that Awafam has potential. I don't know what she does, but I don't know anything. This mock draft's terrible. This is everything. Every time ESPN does a mock draft, it's just ChatGPT.